Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Tries to pass it through. Bebeto is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Iniesta. Oh, well played. Kante is the guilty party there.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Raul, he's shifting through the gears here, and he whips it in. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Triol did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Turns back here, probably the best option. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's having a shot! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Besiktas really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Alexander-Arnold.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Iniesta. A probing pass. Well read, nice interception. Beckham. Besiktas looking to pass their way through. Out to the left it goes. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Just eases him off the ball. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Serginho's terrific header! Another fruitless header.
Besiktas really can do themselves a massive favour by making good use of this spell now.
Nesta. More and more pressure on the ball here. Oh no, what has happened here? It's a sharp pass. Serginho. And here's Raul. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Luis Suarez.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Thuram. Osimhen proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Thuram. That's an imaginative pass. Raul. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's a good run down the left. Can he latch on to this? And this is Bebeto. And the finish! And he's there to clear it. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Dembele gets into a good position. And back it goes.
That's good pressure, it gave him no other choice.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Chance for a shot! It's in! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Thuram.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
And it's Rijkaard. And it's Yaya Toure. That's a cute ball. Beckham. Conte. Bebeto. Bebeto. Oh, that's well spotted. Puyol. And there's the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Barcelona are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Gnabry could try cutting inside here. Ronaldinho. And Iniesta. Serginho calmly anticipates. Beckham. And it's Serginho. And Guardiola. Rijkaard. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this...
Luis Suarez! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's Iniesta. It's Iniesta! Now, who's going to be first to this? Alexander-Arnold. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vardiol. Over to the left. Raul will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bebeto. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rijkaard. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Gnabry. Yaya Toure. Iniesta. Good chance here! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ronaldinho with the short one. Shapes to shoot! And it's hoisted clear. Besiktas are looking to go forward now. And it's Yaya Toure. Looking to play him in. There's the shot! Oh, another save. Raul does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Great defending, strong and determined.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Iniesta takes the shot! And this is... and another try! They've got to be quick to recover this.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That has been slung wide. He's picked his way through. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Hazard getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 24, Yaya Touré. El dorsal 26,
Beckham.
El dorsal 8, Iniesta.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Alexander-Arnold.
Serán sustituidos por el
Shin
dorsal
to shin,
15,
bicep to
el
bicep,
dorsal
and he wins
17,
out.
El dorsal 11.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's come to nothing.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Gnabry receives it in a wide position. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And it's Beckham. Nicely shaped ball. Priol deals with that comfortably. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, he's found support out wide. Edmilson.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Nedved. Time added on will be 2. He's gone for goal! Just off target.
Ronaldinho has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that will be it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And this is now today's
Alessandro
lineup.
Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And already we're underway here. Lovely. And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Guti. Nicely weighted ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Picked out brilliantly. He's had a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cannavaro. Barcelona are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi, nicely aimed pass. And this is Luis Suarez. Just eases him off the ball. Ronaldinho goes on a charge down the left. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Yaya Toure. Aimed beyond the defence. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's managed to get free. Perez could try cutting inside here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Out to the right. Now it's Messi. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Yaya Toure cannot be beaten that easily. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Messi. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's picked his way through. Messi! And it's a goal! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Threads one in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shot at goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Schneider is offering a wry smile there.
And it's been taken short. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Costa Curta.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And here's Schneider. Tevez. Here's Nedved. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. Guti. And it's Messi. Costa Curta. And it's Schneider. Nedved. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's a key interception. Van Dijk. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Yaya Toure. Guti. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Perez. Great vision. Tevez is in a really good position out wide. Schneider. And it's Perez. Looking to play him in. Well, that pass isn't the best. Van Dijk to Schneider. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Chooses to go cross-field.
Well spotted.
And it's Messi. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. Messi will not want a header! He will be livid with himself.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Turan. And it's Ronaldinho. Knocks it into space. Thinks about the shot. Decent chance! And it's in! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The goal scorer for
So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected.
Chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Ronaldo wins the duel this time. Schneider, nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Schneider, Messi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a sharp pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nedved. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution.
Oh, can he get onto this? That looks a good ball through. Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
After 74 minutes is...
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. No luck with that dink over the top.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Played back into the centre. Plays the return pass. And here's Perez. Dembele is onto it in a flash. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He shifted it to the flank. Can he latch on to this? Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Nesta. Rooney looks to get on the end of this. Perez. Barcelona moments now away from seeing this one out. Looking for the run.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
In with the challenge.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Sneijder really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
On the field, number 7, Sneijder. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Bergkamp.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's been played through. That's the keeper's ball. 4 extra minutes added on. He has found the way through. Lampard has got himself a free kick.
Substitution on the field, number 21, Messi. Coming on the field is number 22,
Puyol. And the referee brings it to a close. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. The end of the game. Reflections?
What a game, what a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage, it was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game and you go for it.
To inform you that CCTV
so
is
many
now
thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have time for.